I guess listening to a lot of what's going on in the video game developers and the things they're saying kind of has me turned off on the whole thing. Honestly, I was thinking of just playing, what is it? I was thinking of playing Destiny Rising, because at least it's made by an Asian developer at this point. There's a lot of stuff that kind of really pisses me off with what's going on. And just, like, I just watched Demion's video listing even more people who just can't possibly be human. And so, well, first off, why am I playing Borderlands 3? Because my copy of Borderlands 4 has not come in yet. So I did order it, and it just didn't get delivered in time. So, yeah, I don't have my copy of Borderlands 4. Okay. Jason, that's the other reason. Honestly, Jason, I was debating live streaming at all because I'm afraid I'm going to say something that I regret. That's one of the reasons why I've been afraid of live streaming, because I'm afraid I'm going to say something stupid that is something I will regret. I have been very angry as well. And I think it isn't even, like, what happened really enrages me, but what makes it even worse is the response. And then to see what his wife said to their child, where it's like, Daddy's out working with Jesus. And, I mean, first off, I find out the kids were there the whole time, which I can't even imagine what those kids are going to go through now for the rest of their lives. But then to find, I mean, and so it's, like I said, it's one thing, I'm enraged by what happened and the fact that they pushed for this stuff to happen, but the responses, and it just keeps getting worse. You keep hearing more and more people who are just disgusting people. Just absolutely abhorrent, like, disgusting, horrific people. I wouldn't say the things they're saying about him about my worst enemy. Okay? Like, I'm at a loss for words. They're not human beings. Like, I don't understand it. You don't pause. Like, I will admit I can word vomit, right? Because, I mean, we joked about it. I don't normally like to go around talking about me, like, my ADHD, because it's just, right? I'm not one of those people that likes to glorify and whatever, having any kind of, like, mental whatever, okay? I don't. But, like, I do have a tendency to word vomit. I won't deny it. Like, I wasn't a constant follower of his. I'd seen a lot of his content, but there's so much videos to watch online. So while I wasn't 100% a constant follower, I saw enough of him that I like what I saw, which, yes, I know, he's a big Christian supporter. I don't care, right? I'm one of those people who thinks that we need more religion in the world. And if you want to be, I will say, go right ahead. Christianity, go right ahead. Christianity, no problem with Christianity, okay? I'll be absolutely clear. No problem at all with Christianity, okay? So I knew of the guy. I've seen some of his content. But the response and the number of, like, it just keeps coming out more and more of these people. Oh, thank you, Zeddy, for the $5 super chat. I know what you mean, love you, chick. Yeah. I don't even have this, honestly, I don't even have the stomach to play a video game right now. Now, we haven't heard anything coming out of Gearbox and 2K. Oh, we know they probably are celebrating it as well, but at least they haven't been dumb enough to post anything. But I don't understand how you, I'm playing Borderlands 3 because, well, like I said, I haven't got my copy of the game in yet. I have it coming in, right? But, like, just, I don't know what to think right now. I You're right about that, Seesaw. I just look. I'm gonna post a video tomorrow because I have an idea, and I'm here. You know what? I'm gonna. Okay, I knew that the people working in the video game industry. I obviously am not. Look, there's some things I like about Ben Shapiro. There are other things I really don't like. He has said some things that I find really bad. Okay, I'm not a fan of Ben Shapiro. You know, he has said some really bad things. Okay, I would not say the same things they said about Charlie Kirk if anything happened to Ben Shapiro. Flat out. I would not promote it. I would not say it. He would be in my prayers. His family would be in my prayers. Would not be like that towards anybody I disagree with. Joe Biden, I was so angry to find out that he was sick, that he was dying of cancer, and that they treated him like garbage. I'm not a fan of Joe Biden. I think he's a corrupt old man. But in the last couple of years, the way his wife treated him, the media treated him, the way they pushed him into this, the way they turned him into a joke. What kind of wife sits on the sidelines and watches her husband being mocked and laughed at? If she had been a genuine, caring wife, she would not have had him run for president in the first place in 2020. What they did to Joe Biden, I would not celebrate his passing when it happens. Absolutely not. But what they're doing about Charlie Kirk is disgusting. And the fact that I knew we had a left-wing, a crazy, over-the-top left echo chamber in the video game industry. But I did not think anyone would be this abhorrent and subhuman to say some of the things they are saying, and to like okay, even if you're that kind of a disgusting human being, how do you sit down and post it? Do these people have no filter? There's no filter. Do you not pause and ask yourself, maybe this isn't the smartest thing to post? Okay, just pause a moment. Okay. It's like you. I don't understand. Do you feel the need to put everything on the internet at all times? Even just if you get a thought in your head, do you suddenly have to post it on the internet? Is that how you function? Okay. And then the people who I honestly Behemoth Honestly, I couldn't even decide what video game to play today. I'm probably not good. I'm only going to be probably half playing because my heart is not into gaming right now. Because just listening to these gaming developers, I don't care what you think of the man, okay? And I liked him. I didn't agree with everything he said either, but I liked the guy. No, how do you look at the man with those kids? Like I said, there are people I don't like, right? On the other, that I don't agree with politically, right? But I would not celebrate anything happening to them like this. I'm just blown away by just how how can you? The thing is, okay, do you not see how your words affect people? Like, do you not, before you post anything on X, do you not pause and say, maybe this isn't the smartest thing to say? On top of that, I don't understand. They're gleeful about this. Like, there is a level of joy in what they're doing that I cannot understand. Like, just, do you not? Like, no, but I mean, I knew we had some horrible people in the video game industry. I did not think that they would be this level of inhuman and horrible. And I have a video I'm going to be posting tomorrow with an idea I have, because honestly, this whole thing made me realize, you know what? I don't understand, like, how you can be this ignorant. How can you be in a management position and be this ignorant? How can you be in any position and not be like, okay, this is a really dumb idea? Like, how do you, and they're like, okay, and the other ones are always like, on top of that, they're always like, well, what about what he said here and here and here? Okay, first of all, nothing matters right now, okay? Even if any of your criticisms are valid of the man, okay? Even if you have the most valid ones, okay? But this, but that, but this, but that, all right? Bad timing, okay? Even if anything of what you said is true, which most of what I have seen people claim he said was not true, me too. Then the Yankees, massive respect for the Yankees. Massive. I did not expect that. And several NFL people standing up and going, you know what? No, I could not believe it either. I don't get it. I mean, on top of that, did you not learn if you don't have something nice, don't say anything at all? Like, you guys know from the beginning, I come home from work on Wednesday, and all of a sudden I hear about this, and I didn't believe it at first. I could not believe it at first, and then I'm constantly refreshing, like, oh my god, and they're like, he might make it, and then I saw the video up close, and I was like, there's no way. But I'm like, maybe there was EMTs close by, they got to him in time. But when I saw the up-close video, how do the Demson, yes, absolutely disgusting. And the thing is, normally the thing is, okay, especially if you have your employer in your bio, okay? I've said this before, okay? I even posted this at Bungie, and I don't know if I said, I'm trying to get the, like, you didn't pause a moment and ask yourself, is it, on top of that, okay, even if you're only acting out of pure self-interest, okay, let's just say, do you not realize just how dangerous this is? Even if all you were thinking about is yourself and not the poor woman who lost her husband or the children who lost their father, okay? If you're only functioning out of pure 100% self-interest, okay? Do you not see how dangerous this is? Of course not. Like I said, I'm really not in it right now. I'm just... I think the twins and all of that, and don't get me started, I saw the Renegades thing. You want to get me pissed off? I was going to make a video about it, but maybe I should just react to it live, okay? The Renegades thing, okay, look, honestly, for the last couple of days, I saw the Renegades trailer, and I was ridiculously pissed because it came out on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, and for the last 3 days, I've just been in absolute shock. How many? Okay. Oh, right. They didn't take any lives. Show me how much you know. Very little. No. The only person who died on J6 was one woman. Okay? And let me be clear. If anybody comes in here and starts trying to defend what happened, argue in favor, support what happened, okay? I'm just blocking you, okay? Absolutely. I'm not in the mood. I had people on X, a few people started to argue with me. I block them, all right? I'm going to be clear. Normally, I'll okay? Let me be absolutely clear, okay? If you come in here trying to defend what happened to Charlie Kirk, if you try to celebrate what happened to Charlie Kirk, if you try to defend the people who are celebrating what happened to Charlie Kirk, I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm going to block you immediately. I'm going to kick you out. I am not going to tolerate that. I already on X I argued with a couple of people, and immediately after that, I blocked them. If you support or celebrate what happened to Charlie Kirk, you might as well just unsubscribe right now. I do not want to interact with you. I do not want to deal with you. Dude, you know what, bro? I told you. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time. Okay? Let me be absolutely clear. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to kick you out. Flat out, I just need to open YouTube right now. I'm not wasting with my time with you. Okay? I'm going to hide your comments. You're done. Okay? Don't waste my time. No, I know, Zenny. I know. No one did. Okay? No one was killed by people on J6. The only person was a woman, one person, who was a Trump supporter. I'm not wasting my time with these people. My main anger, okay, am I angry with what happened to Charlie Kirk? Yes. But am I even more angry by the response from people? Okay? My anger is even more on the people whose response to it is glee. My anger, am I happy? Am I angry by what happened to a father and a husband and a man who was trying to cross the line and have conversations with other people? Yes. I'm not happy with what happened to him. I barely knew the guy. I did follow him. I did like what some of his I used to get his content coming up on my, recommended on YouTube. So I've seen some of his stuff. He seems like a reasonable, good guy. Okay, I haven't seen all of his stuff. I'm probably going to go back and rewatch if it's still up. Okay, so, but my bigger anger is at the response. Okay. You do not respond like that. These people are disgusting, abhorrent garbage. And I'm genuinely mean it. If you come in here and you're trying to defend them or defend what happened to Charlie Kirk, I'm going to block you. Like I said, I already blocked one person after just 2 comments because he's coming in here talking about J6. The one exception to the rule. Because we know for the fact that people who are Republican do not go around doing this stuff. Okay, how many riots have we had on the side of Republicans? Oh my God, J6. Yeah, and a lot of people walked into that building having no idea what was going on. And it was proven that a lot of people walked in, had no idea what was going on. So don't come in here and try to use J6 on me, all right? No, I blocked him. Well, I can't block. I basically hid his comments. I'm not going to waste my time. And you know what else? Go ahead and dislike the video. Okay, go right ahead. Because that's just interactions. I had one person telling me on X because I was complaining about Destiny 2. It's like, I watch your videos all the time and me and my friends laugh. I'm like, good, thanks for the interactions, bro. Don't care. Okay? Okay. I'm going to block you on X if you do it. I'm going to block you anywhere. I'm not going to... This is not... And the thing is, people come here, people are arguing, right? But he said, what about these people? What about these people dying or these people this? I was like, first of all, and more important, okay? Like I said, even if your criticism is valid, which I don't have, like I said, 90%, the majority of the time, any criticism of him are made up BS, okay? But even if you had valid criticism, is this the time? He hasn't even been buried yet. Is this the time to bring it up? No, it's not. You shut up. If you don't have anything good and useful to say, compassionate to say at this time period, then you don't say anything. You don't bring up and say, well, he was this and this. No. Okay? Even if you somehow had valid criticism of the man, because everyone's saying, people say, I didn't agree with him on everything. Even if you had valid criticism of the man, or, it's sort of like that meme where they have the funeral, right? And somebody shouts out, I'm trans, because they want attention. Okay? I don't care about your problems right now. The man It was like 3 days ago. Okay? Your problems can be shut up right now and just enough. Like I said, I'm not even sure I want to live stream for long because I have never been so angry and disgusted by people. You don't understand how to act as a human being in society. And one of the things, we have a serious problem. Because in this world, it used to be that things did not have to be law. Human beings knew how to behave. That's the problem. You see, we don't have a lot of, like, for example, the best and most easy example is how to dress, okay? There was a time when people dressed professionally simply because that was the thing you did, okay? We didn't need laws about you didn't go to work dressed in crazy-ass ways. Why? Because people just knew that's not how you behave. Saying the things saying the things these people are saying, people used to have the common sense not to say that. That's the problem. I have no idea what's going on in this world. No, you're right, Jason. It was not the time to bring it up. I hear people, and the thing is, you don't understand, right? You bring up these things now, it doesn't help your cause. The number of people who I've seen bringing up Palestine right now, do you realize what's going to be the response from people? Do you really think saying, oh, dancing and celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk and saying, oh, well, he didn't care about Palestine? Let me ask you something, okay? Honestly, do you really think that's going to help the Palestinians? Pause. Do you really think going to a grieving people and saying, we love it that he died and we're so happy that he died and he didn't care about Palestine? Pause a moment. You people don't seem capable of realizing how your marketing is garbage. Okay? I'm seeing people celebrating this man's death with Palestinian flags right next to their names in their bio on X. You care so much about Palestine, right? Do you think this is going to help Palestine? I mean, just logically, regardless of my views on the whole thing, all right? I rarely bring up my views on the whole thing because it's a complicated issue. My view is simple. I don't believe in the killing of innocents on either side, okay? Okay? But if you genuinely cared about the people of Palestine, do you think this is how you do it? Do you think this is going to help your cause in any way? Just pause about it and think. If you genuinely care. It is the abysmal of stupidity. Any cause, black, Hispanic, immigration, Palestine, do you think you genuinely are going to get any kind of compassion from people when you behave like this and you celebrate the murder of a man in front of his children? And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Ukraine, Palestine, BLM, okay, trans, whatever cause you have. Do you think that celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk with a trans flag in your bio is going to help your cause? Do you think, because the one that drives me the most, the number of people bringing up Gaza and Palestine in regard to Charlie Kirk, right now, do you really think people are going to be like, yeah, I want to donate money now? Ukraine, do you really think? Like, the amount of stupidity, and I know I'm going to piss off a whole bunch of Muslims for saying this, but these people don't think with your head. You think with your heart. You think with your stupid. This is not how you behave. If you, as I said, any cause you care about, you genuinely care about, no, everything I've seen of the guy has been... everything I've seen of the guy has been he seems like a decent human being who genuinely wanted to talk. And like I said, I'm not a Christian. There's a lot... undoubtedly, there are things I don't agree with him on. Okay? Undoubtedly, because there's no. The thing is, and I think it was Chuck, the Curly Boy Chuck. I think it was Curly Boy Chuck. Someone posted. They're like, I think it was Curly Boy. I don't think anybody cares about Ukraine at this point. I know I haven't cared about it. But this guy, Curly Boy Chuck, I think it was Curly Boy Chuck, I could be wrong, it might have been someone else, who pointed out that he was tired of people preemptively saying anything about Charlie Kirk by saying, I didn't always agree with him. Nobody agrees 100%. You don't have to say that. It's blatantly, it doesn't matter, okay? I didn't agree with everything Charlie Kirk said either, okay? But we probably, honestly, we probably had more in common than we had different, okay? And I think if I had ever had the pleasure, we could have a decent conversation together, okay? Okay? I don't think anyone cares. But then, honestly, I think that is better than what was about a year ago or 6 months ago, where people were fed up because everybody I knew was like, stop giving our money to Ukraine. The majority of people I knew were tired of money going to Ukraine. Oh, that guy's going to be messed up for the rest of his life. Look, I saw the video. I didn't mean to see it. I was scrolling through X. I saw the actual close-up video. And like many other people, I could not believe it at first. And then when I saw it, and I knew, I hoped that he got help in time. But I did not think, honestly, once I saw the video, my thought was the only reason they haven't announced it was because they were trying to come up with a way to announce it. That's the thing. That's what we keep saying. Even if we hated a person. I keep saying about Joe Biden. I'm not a fan of Joe Biden. I think he's a corrupt old man. Absolutely don't like. But the moment I found out, honestly, watching him as president, I felt more pity for the man. I didn't like him. I didn't think half the decisions he made, but I have more hate for his wife, for the way she pushed him and treated him. No, I haven't been able to see that one either. No, the thing is, good people... I mean, I said, I don't have the stomach even to game right now. I'm like barely paying attention to this because knowing that, like, honestly, I want my money back from Bungie. I want my money back from Bungie. Okay? They still haven't said anything. And as numerous people have pointed out, and the big thing to keep in mind is these people feel emboldened and empowered to say what they are because they know that the majority of the people around them agree with them and that the companies don't care, there won't be repercussions. You don't. Zenny, you don't. You don't want to watch it. The video up close of what happened to him, you don't want to watch it. You don't want to watch it. Especially when you know that the kids were there. You don't want to watch it. You don't want to watch it. I'm going to say this. If you have not bought Edge of Fate or Year of Prophecy, don't buy it. If you have not bought Marathon, don't buy it. I have a WoW account. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to unsubscribe. And I'm going to wait. No, you know what? I'll wait a couple days and see if Blizzard says anything. And if they don't, I'm going to unsubscribe. I haven't even used it in a while. I completely forget I have the WoW account. I've been wanting to play WoW, and I created the account like a year ago, and I keep forgetting to unsubscribe. And so I have a WoW account, okay? If they don't say anything, I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm going to wait a couple days and see if they say something. Yeah, I saw the close-up. Zenny, I am telling you, you don't want to watch it because it's enraging and horrific at the same time. And it makes knowing that his kids were there so much worse. I can't. But I'll say this: worse than watching the close-up of what happened to him is worse. What's worse is watching people's reactions. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe. No, yeah, he must have. At least one guy who was talking with Megyn Kelly said, at least we know it was fast. The moment I saw it, I knew that some people can survive incredible things. So I was like, okay, maybe they got him on the ground and got the bleeding stopped. But a part of me was like, there's no way they could get that bleeding stopped. So around a half an hour before they announced it, I was like, the only reason they're not saying anything is because they don't know how to say it yet. And they're trying to come up with a way to announce it. Yeah, I cannot forget it. But the thing, again, what is worse is the reaction to, like I said, I don't have the stomach to play right now. I don't have a stomach to play any video games right now, except maybe NetEase right now. I have had a chance to talk to people at work, because there are a couple of people I know, even the people who voted for Harris. Okay, I work with people who voted for Harris, who are always cheesing me about voting for Trump, right? Calling Trump my uncle and stuff, right? We're horrified by this. Okay, I have not seen a single person in life, and maybe because people don't bring it up, okay, but the people who I have spoken to, even my dad was shocked. Like, he couldn't say anything. Like, I went when I found out, I went upstairs. I was like, you heard about what happened to Charlie Kirk? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, he could not talk about it. Okay. I have not yet had a single person come to me and tell me they're celebrating it in any way. Okay. Most people, like I said, even Harris people I know were horrified. I mean, just the fact that the man had kids and was married and was only 31 years old is enough. But as I said, I think even more disturbing is the reaction in the video game industry. Like I said, I'm going to release a video. I have an idea, a crazy idea. Honestly, maybe I should bring it up right now and see what you guys think. Because honestly, I have a crazy idea. Because this made me realize something very important. We got a serious problem in our Western gaming industry. Because as numerous people have pointed out, for every one of these people posting garbage online in the video game industry, they're surrounded by people who agree with them. We have a far left echo chamber in the Western video game industry. And these people are so concerned about not offending fractions upon fractions of the population. No, you're right. Yeah. No, you're right. Especially, it was obvious they hit his artery. The main thing, it was obvious the amount of blood. People were saying they thought it was AI, and I can understand why. The amount of blood coming out of this was just it looked like they said. But it's made me realize we have a serious problem in the Western gaming industry. Now, crazy idea, and look, I'm going to throw it out there. I already made a video. I'm going to post it tomorrow. You know, these video game things have a serious problem. They are in an echo chamber. They don't understand what they're saying, how it offends people. Normal people. Like, I mean it. You know, Sweet Baby Inc., Black Girl Gamers, all those other consultants, right? They're so concerned that they not offend a tiny fraction of the population, and yet they're forgetting that more than half of the people in this country voted for Trump. You should be more concerned about not offending Trump voters than black, trans, lesbian, polyamorous. You lose that audience, you'll probably lose a dozen people if it's like Destiny 2, right? But Destiny 2, right? Half of their audience voted for Trump. You don't like it? No, you're right, Seesaw. The moment, if somebody had said anything or gotten anybody's pronouns wrong, the studio would have immediately fired the person and condemned their actions. If you don't put a black square in your bio on Twitter, you would have gotten fired. That's why at one point someone was saying, you guys are so concerned about freedom of speech. How can you be so concerned about freedom of speech and yet you're going up against this? Excuse me, there's a big difference, all right? You're celebrating the death. No, you're right, Jason. A very large. That's why. If you remember the guy who came into my live stream last week or the week before, who was getting mad at me for saying Rainbow Mafia and said that I had to say LGBTQ, and I was like, no, because there's a difference between the Rainbow Mafia and the LGBT. He was getting so mad at me and calling me all these. Remember him? Where I was like, no, there's the Rainbow Mafia and there's the LGBT, and I'm like, I differentiate between the two, so I show them more respect than you do, because I know the difference between the extremes and the normal people who just don't like this stuff. Okay? Rainbow Mafia is one thing. Okay? They are a blight. And one person at one point was like, you just hate queer people. I'm like, I don't hate LGBT. Yeah, I have a very serious problem with the Q. Okay? AKA the Rainbow Mafia. I have a serious problem with the Rainbow Mafia. There's a difference between celebrating the murder of a father and calling for somebody to be fired for playing Hogwarts Legacy. There's a difference between what they're doing and getting somebody fired for using the wrong pronouns. There's a difference between celebrating what they are doing and stating getting people fired for saying men and women are different. Okay? Those are two completely different things. And honestly, like I said, I posted this on X. I'm normally not a fan of people losing their jobs for things they posted on X. Okay? Normally, I'm not a big fan of that. But if you have your employer in your bio, then yeah, I'm a fan of it. But right now, even if you're at this point, look, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to defend you. Okay? If you're a teacher and you're teaching your students to celebrate this, you shouldn't be a teacher. But I think I have an idea. So you know how these people are big on hiring consultancies? My idea is gaming conservative consultant. Okay? I posted it on X at Bungie, and I mean it at this point. Okay? At first I was thinking maybe it's a joke. Bungie, hire me. I will be your conservative consultant. Okay? They clearly don't have anybody in their echo chamber who goes against them. The people who are conservative in the gaming industry don't speak because they can't. Okay? Especially, and the thing is, Jason, I have an even bigger problem if your employer is in their bio. My employer's not in my bio. But if you have Bungie in your bio, why do you have Bungie in your bio? Why? Why do you have Bungie in your bio? So you can get attention. So you can get followers. You want to say abhorrent garbage things? Then don't put Bungie in your bio. Because then you represent Bungie. The only reason, so originally my idea was going to be like common sense gaming. The whole point isn't, let me be clear, because I know people are going to be like, oh, well, conservatives, you don't want politics in gaming. The thing is, first off, the pendulum has swung so far left in the gaming industry, you need to push it back a little. The whole point isn't to insert conservatism into video games. The whole point is to not offend conservatives. So go in there and be like, hey, we're going to say this game is based on Trump. And be like, do you really want to offend Trump people? The whole point isn't to put MAGA hats into Destiny 2. Okay? The whole point is to tell Bungie, why the hell do you have a they-them as part of the Praxic Order? Do you really think that's going to make a big difference to Destiny 2? And do you really think you're going to draw in a whole bunch of people? Just pause a moment, Bungie. Do you really think using body type A and body type B is going to help your goddamn video game when we know majority of the people do not like body type A and body type B? The whole point is to basically, like I said, I was originally going to go with common sense gaming. And then I'm like, you know what? You need a conservative. You do not listen to your conservatives. You bully the conservatives you have. Me, I would walk into Bungie's office with a MAGA hat and a Trump shirt just to piss people off. Just to, like, rile them up. Okay? Because, again, Zenny, the problem is to make them realize I'm not one of them. That's the reason. I would walk in wearing a MAGA hat just to make it clear that I'm not afraid to walk into Bungie with a MAGA hat on, because they expect conservatives, okay? They expect conservatives to shut up. So the whole point you're hiring me, Bungie, other developers, is because I'm a conservative. And so I'm not afraid to tell people your ideas are stupid. And I would, if I were to work, for example, for Bungie, I would fly out to Bungie with a MAGA hat on. I walk into there and be like, yeah, I'm not afraid to be clear where I stand, and you guys don't intimidate me. I am here to shake things up. Okay? Because Zenny, and this whole pause drives me nuts. Zenny, they are so afraid of offending tiny fractions of the population. Even if you were to offend all of the trans people, okay, all of them, what percentage of them are going to leave? What percentage of the Destiny community is going to leave because of that? Whereas half of the country voted for Trump. Don't you understand that? You're so concerned about fractions of the population, but you're not paying attention to half the country voted for Trump. Are you stupid? And you don't care. You say some of the dumbest things, and that's why I'm like, how can they be this dumb? Either they are on purpose want to tank their studios because they don't care, or they are in an echo chamber and they don't even understand how what they're doing is pissing people off. They must either be in an echo chamber and don't understand how much they are pissing people off because they have no conservative going in there and saying, are you really that dumb? Or they don't care. Which then it's like, okay, you don't care, but you're going to lose people. People are going to lose their jobs. If Bungie doesn't recover, if Destiny 2 doesn't recover, okay, flat out, if Destiny 2 doesn't recover, there will not be a Destiny 2. Okay? They may not like to hear it, but you need the Trump supporters playing Destiny 2. I got into an argument with someone a year or two ago on X, who I think they were a Bungie employee. Yeah, they were. And I got into an argument with them about diversity, but this person had flat out said at one point they don't want Trump supporters playing Destiny 2. Okay, I'm pretty sure Sony does. I'm pretty sure Sony wants as many people as possible playing Destiny 2. And yet you are so afraid of offending 1% of the population. And that's why I'm like, okay, all right, you have all these consultancy agencies that make absolutely no sense. But you don't have any conservatives coming in there and waking you up. Okay? The one type of consultancy group that actually would bring a different point of view to your studio is a conservative. So, Bungie, I play Destiny, I play video games, hire me. Okay? Come on. I mean it. One-on-one. You pay me for a couple of hours, we talk one-on-one. Every time you come up with a stupid idea, come at me. I'll tell you if you need to put the brakes on your stupid idea. And the first thing I would tell people to do, social media policy. Flat out, social media policy. You don't put your employer's name in your bio unless you follow the social media policy. You break the social media policy, we publicly fire you, and we publicly apologize. Flat out. That's it. Okay? You know that if you say something stupid that breaks social media policy, you're going to be publicly fired, and you will be expected to make a public apology. Period. You are destroying games because of your stupidity. How many people... I bet you the only reason they fired that woman, man, whatever... Oh, I heard about that. But on top of that, honestly, no, I agree with you. Destiny 2 is bleeding out. No, you're right. No, Destiny 2 is bleeding out. And honestly, I have a... Look, I'm going to give an unpopular... I was going to make a video about it, giving my unpopular opinion about Star Wars, Destiny. I don't like Renegades. And while I think Renegades will bring some people in, I'm surprised by the number of people who are not happy with Renegades either. Renegades, and again, people are gonna like to hear me saying this. Renegades is not an inspiration to inspiration. Renegades was not inspired by Star Wars. Renegades is Star Wars. Flat out, Renegades is Star Wars. You want inspiration? You want inspired by Star Wars? Look at The Forgotten Shore. You are literally cutting pieces of Star Wars and putting it into Destiny. And the sad thing is, if you'd kept the Star Wars out of Renegades, it could have been a good idea. But no. You cannot create your own thing. You need Star Wars to prop up. And before anybody says, gets angry at me, I have held this view for a long time now. I don't want other IPs into Destiny. I don't. Yes, Jason, the only reason it looks cool is because it's Star Wars. The thing is, Star Wars. Star Wars. I'm good, Johnny. What's up? The thing is, we have Star Wars. Okay? We have Star Wars. I genuinely think that if they had focused on making Renegades Destiny, okay, it could have been done well. Instead, it's not inspired. Inspired doesn't mean you literally take pieces of one property and put it into another. That's not inspiration. It's probably about double, so it's about 50,000. Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, and then they have Helldivers 2 in it. Oh, on top of that, the lady in yellow is a they-them. It's another they-them. Good job, Bungie. Love the they-thems. Yeah, bring on the they-thems. I'm sure everybody's going to be celebrating your stupid they-them shit. Wow. If you had hired me, I would have told you this a little BS and make her look like a curvy woman. Okay? You know, make her look... Okay? Now, thank you for that, Johnny, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing laundry and stuff later. I'm gonna be busy, and I want to play some Destiny Rising. Because I don't know. But yeah, good job. Instead of making the crazy woman with the Praxic Order look like an attractive woman, like in Destiny Rising... All of the women in Destiny Rising are wearing full clothes, and yet they look ridiculously attractive. I'm just saying. I played, by the way, I finished the campaign in Destiny Rising. Awesome. Awesome campaign. Absolutely loved the campaign. Absolutely loved it. They're adding Helldivers, what looks like Helldivers 2. They're not focusing on their own game. They're not focusing on Destiny. One of the reasons why people like Destiny Rising is because it looks like Destiny. Okay? The thing is, my phone is also in Do Not Disturb mode. I gotta turn that off. Mina turned it on again. By the way, yes, my cat turns my phone in my Do Not Disturb mode on my phone. How, you might ask? She bites on the top of the phone when I'm using it, and her teeth hit the Do Not Disturb. Yes. Yes. I still haven't played both of the new characters. Destiny Rising is great. Okay? And the thing is, if you put a picture from Destiny Rising... Oh, so, you know what? The moment I saw lightsabers and X-Wings, they're like, oh, it was inspired by Star Wars. Was all rage for me. Yes, Min wants attention. The thing is, it depends. One of the things with Destiny Rising that you need is how you play it. Okay, if you're playing it on a phone and you're not good with... Yeah, I can see that sucking. I don't play it on a phone. I have not played Destiny Rising on a phone. I have played it on an iPad mini with a controller, and I play it on my PC. And those are the best ways to play it, with a controller or mouse and keyboard. But the thing with Destiny Rising is, it's something that Destiny 2 is not. Okay? It's Destiny. And the only frustrating thing is people are going to go back into Destiny 2 for this stupid... Look, I was a Star Wars fan until Disney Star Wars, okay? I like Star Wars. I don't want it... Like Behemoth said, he doesn't want Star Wars in Mass Effect. I don't want Star Wars in Destiny. Yeah, you don't want to play it on the phone. Here, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay, give me 1 sec. Yummy me! Ooh, Min Min! My Min Min! Okay. Min Min! Min Min! My Min Min! No, Min Min! Let go of the claws! Mean, 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 mean. Here she is. Here she is. Okay, this is what I use. It is not a Switch. It is an iPad mini. iPad mini. Okay. It is an iPad mini and what's called the Razer Kishi Ultra. Okay. Razer Kishi Ultra. It goes like that. It also even has buttons on top, so it has extra buttons. This is what I play Destiny Rising on. Okay? Okay. I will take your word for it. I said I absolutely love it like this. It looks like a Switch. Okay? This thing is awesome. And Destiny Rising is awesome on this thing. I've played it on my desktop without a problem. But like I said, the mini is great because I can play with. Oh, I wouldn't mind. Zanny, that'd be awesome. I'd love to get moved down south, get further south than where I'm at. But no, but it looks like Destiny. It plays like Destiny. It feels like Destiny. The world is Destiny. Okay. Then and I mean, I pointed out that have you seen with Pandora 7? You know what Pandora 7 has? And that's one thing that completely just totally impressed me. Pandora 7 has I gotta use the bathroom. But just think about it. Go to Pandora 7 and look at the shelf next to her. There are Dusklight shards on that shelf. Alright? No, Min Min, it's 2 o'clock. No, don't scream at me, young lady. Don't you dare scream at me, young lady. No, no, no. No, you don't. No, no. Not right now, young lady. All right, we can have a treat. You want a treat? You want a treat, Min Min? Oh, you want a treat? Let's give the. Where's the treats? Where are the treats, Min Min? All right. There we go. Stop screaming. You like to scream. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, alright, young lady. Okay, you can have a treat. Alright. There we go. There we go. Yum yum. Yes. Yeah, that's so thick. This is. You happy now, Min Min? By the way, proof she gets treats. Are you happy? Yes, you're happy now? Oh, she definitely wears the pants and yeah. The furry pants? Yeah. She gets whatever she wants. There you go. There you go. Mwah. Get down. Happy? You happy now? You happy? You happy? Alright, good. You're glad you're happy now? You're happy? Yeah. I have to put those in my pocket and hide them in the garbage because she will dig them out of the garbage. Yeah, she's the boss. Okay, happy now? Happy, happy, happy? You happy, girl? Alright. Yeah. The best is when she shoves her butt in my face and farts. She does do that. It's gross. I get to smell cat poop right in my face. Okay. Alright. And the thing is, if you... Alright, back to... Okay. The thing is, with the Destiny thing and the Vidoc, right? You look at the Vidoc, right? You can tell from the bios of the people. So, alright. So, I looked up the bios of some of the people who wrote Destiny 2. Alright? Okay. So first of all, let me start with this. I have no idea who Maya Sundaresh is, okay? Why don't I have any clue who Maya Sundaresh is? Is because they removed all the content. I am so jealous. There are no words for me to describe that you have 4 kittens to foster. I want them all. My jealousy has no words. My envy has no words. I'm just my jealousy is at an ultimate high right now. Okay? All right? Just no words to describe my absolute and total complete jealousy right now. Okay? Thank you for that. I have now more envy for you than ever possible. Okay? Just no words. Okay? I just want to... I said, you know what? I'm just gonna... Yeah, that's a bad gun. It's probably not. But... Wait a minute. I want that cuteness overload, okay? My jealousy. I mean, can you imagine Mina times 4? Mina times 4. Oh, that was dumb. Okay. That was very dumb. Okay. So, by the way, yeah, it takes a while to earn the trust of stray cats, 100%. It's not easy. The cats in Egypt love me, though. Yeah, I can't foster either. I'd be like, okay, I just adopted 4 new cats. It's not I'm fostering 4 kittens. It's, oh, thank goodness, I just adopted 4 more cats. Yeah, you don't want me fostering. I'd be like, oh my god, yeah, I just got more cats. So, one of the things, okay, I did some research, by the way, about the writers of Destiny 2. Okay? Okay. No, but I heard it's a phenomenal place. My family has been there. Oh, I heard about that, Jason. I heard about that. But you want to know something? Okay, first of all, yes, that is a picture right there of Cade. That is a picture of Cade. It's hard to see, but that is a picture of Cade 6. So, yes, Cade 6. Okay. So, Destiny 2. Alright. I did some research on the writer of Edge of Fate, because after I posted about how stop hiring women who aren't qualified to write Destiny 2, okay, right? I had somebody tell me that the writer of Edge of Fate, okay, was a woman. Like, that was some kind of justification. They're like, Edge of Fate was the best thing they ever played, and it was written by a woman. A woman, by the way, who was on the writing team for, wait for it, God of War Ragnarok. Yeah. I have them too. I actually have Forsaken playing cards, and I have Destiny playing cards. One sec. I'm seriously thinking of selling a bunch of my Destiny stuff. Right? Alright. Now we got here the Destiny Premium Dealer Set. Okay? I haven't opened these in a while. I also have the Forsaken ones. Okay? The Forsaken ones are in a shell, in a drawer, right? But I do have them. But these here are too big for the drawer, right? Okay. It has a strange coin. Okay. And let's see if I can get this to open. Okay, because this box is so hard to, always hard to open. Okay. No, man. Okay. We got Xur as the Joker. We got, hey, whoa, baby girl. Let's see. The things, I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I honestly, but, okay. She wants me to feed her early, an hour early. But, so, the woman who wrote Destiny Edge of Fate, okay, is a woman by the name of Hannah. Let's talk about this woman here, because, you know what? So a person got mad at me on X. I love it when they, you know what? There's nothing more fun than pissing off Destiny 2 people, because they lose their minds on me. All right? Okay? Okay. So, let's just go into this, all right? Okay. The woman who wrote Destiny Rising, not Destiny Rising, Destiny Edge of Fate, was a woman named Hannah Filipski. She is on X. So, is one of the narrative leads for the Destiny 2 Edge of Fate. As a member of the writing team at Bungie, she works alongside narrative director, wow, another woman, Allison Lurs, to craft the expansion story, because all they hire are women who don't play Destiny. Okay. Now, one of the things about Hannah Filipski is, you want to know what the lead writer for Edge of Fate, what her specialties are? All right? Because a lot of you don't follow me on X, right? You want to know what are the specialties of the woman who wrote Edge of Fate? Game narrative, world building, dialogue, collaboration, knitting, baking, tragic love stories, and puns. This woman, hired by Bungie to be a narrative lead, her specialty is tragic love stories. Okay. Tragic love stories. She writes tragic love stories. You hired her to write Destiny 2. Look her up. I found her website. Hannah, here. Look her up. Her name is Hannah. Okay, the way to make the campaign of Edge of Fate, they hired a woman who likes tragic love stories. Her specialty is tragic love stories. For the love of God, Bungie, do you hire the worst possible people and yes. Now, let me be clear about something, all right? All I know about Maya Sundaresh, okay? Because this made so once I heard this, it explained so much. So, I don't know much about Maya Sundaresh, all right? Everything I know about her, I got actually from Astacross. So, he's not biased at all, all right? Astacross. So, he's insane. So, look, the reason I don't know anything about Maya Sundaresh, except the few things that came up in Beyond Light, is because, oh right, they removed it from the game. So Maya Sundaresh, my understanding, the motive of Maya Sundaresh, okay, is she wants to find a perfect alternate version universe of her girlfriend. And that apparently she killed multiple versions of her girlfriend, and she was it starts with an A towards her girlfriend. And now we're surprised that they got somebody who writes tragic love stories, and the whole center of Destiny right now is a tragic love story. We're getting Osiris and Saint 14 only in lesbian form. Okay. Tragic love stories. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Yeah, I play Destiny for tragic life. I could write anyone. My goddamn cat. The thing is, Jason, that is not a compliment, because at this point, Mina can write a better story for Destiny than Hannah. Okay. Okay. Bruce. All right. So look. Okay. Now keep in mind. So my understanding, Bruce. Okay, all right. The thing is, okay, let's keep in mind a couple of things. First of all, this is Destiny 2, all right? What is the main story of Destiny 2? You, the Guardian, Slayer of Gods, whatever, right? The main focus is aliens invading humanity, protecting humanity. It used to be light versus darkness, okay? Right now, we're supposedly going up against the 9, and yet the focus of it is the stupid girlfriend romance story. Okay. As I said, I don't know. Look, maybe I'm wrong. Somebody please correct me if I am wrong, because I'm getting this secondhand from Astacross. Okay? Because I have not played Heresy or any of the stuff after Final Shape, because I can't. Thank you, Bungie, for removing content I paid for from the game. Really appreciate that. Wonderful job, Bungie. I have no idea who Maya Sundaresh is. My understanding is Maya Sundaresh is trying to find an alternate version of her girlfriend, and is pulling in Vex and Cabal from different timelines to bring back the Golden Age and her girlfriend. A perfect version of her girlfriend. You see, apparently, from my understanding is, she keeps finding alternate versions of her girlfriend and ending them because they're not perfect enough for her. Okay. So, yeah. I'm at a loss here. I'm trying to understand how this has anything to do with Destiny. But hey, what do I know, right? I mean, what do I know? I mean, it's not like we spent, what, a year and a half, 2 years focused on the love story of Osiris and Saint 14, right? Yeah, it's not like, no, now we have Chioma. I think it's Chioma. I'm not sure how to pronounce him, but I'm pretty sure it's Chioma, who really needs to dump Maya at this point, and Maya. I would feel the same thing if it was a guy and a woman. That's not why I play Destiny 2, alright? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. It's not the reason why most people play Destiny 2. Okay? What's up? I'm trying to distract myself from what happened this week by wait, huh? Okay. Okay, so first of all, okay. The thing is, the main character in Destiny 2 is the Guardian, Young Wolf. Okay? Look, I can understand. You want to know something? If you were to tell me that the villain was trying to bring back the Golden Age, okay, greed, you know, all that. But your main motivation is to find a perfect version of your girlfriend by jumping through various... No. And look, it could be a cool premise for something other than Destiny 2. No. As for this is not Borderlands 4. This is Borderlands 3 because they. Yeah, can you imagine that, right? Like a guy trying to find a perfect version. Yeah, the only thing is it's a girlfriend. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's why a lot of people really... And the funny thing is, every single person who has praised Edge of Fate, I've heard a lot of people say they like the story of Edge of Fate. What did they like? The Nine, Ikora, Lodi. They hated Maya. When they mentioned Maya Sundaresh coming back in Ash and Iron, you want to know what everybody said? We hate Maya. I have not heard a single person, other than some crazy woke tards on X, because of course, which is the minority of their player base, okay, say they like Maya Sundaresh. Every single person that has said, let me be clear, these aren't people who hated Edge of Fate, okay? These are people who liked Edge of Fate. They liked Edge of Fate. They liked Ikora. They liked Lodi. They liked the idea of going up against the Nine. They hated Maya Sundaresh. They said, why the hell are we fighting Maya Sundaresh? Why is she still alive? Don't like her. Really don't like her. Okay? Everyone doesn't like Maya. And when Ash and Iron, before Ash and Iron dropped as a broken mess, everyone was saying, why is the conductor? Nobody likes the conductor. Nobody likes... Because Maya Sundaresh is apparently the conductor. Nobody likes Maya Sundaresh. So you didn't learn your lesson from Osiris and Saint 14. The thing is, I can even understand... Oh, I mean, Zavala, yeah. As for, the reason I'm playing Borderlands 3 right now is because my copy of Borderlands 4, because yes, I ordered a physical copy, has not gotten here yet. It was delayed. I checked my order status. They said, we have delayed your order. Oh, well, you know how it is, Jason. The two sides of intelligence are crime and clothes. Unfortunately, I haven't committed any crime, so I'm not, an individual. But apparently the signs of an individual are crime and clothes. I mean, the thing is, okay, the Vex playing cards. Why not? Again, if Renegades, the truth is, Renegades would have been so much better if you did not insert Star Wars. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine what individual Vex would be like. But using them on purpose to play the part of Star Wars droids, because that's what it is, basically. Star Wars droids. In Destiny, instead of using what makes I don't know. I really don't know, because I don't, even if it was a creator, do I trust them to handle it? No, I don't. A part of me thinks it's ridiculously silly. But another part of me is like, if you had done it, if you had, I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, the whole thing is, I really think if they had made it a full Destiny thing, instead of, using Star Wars and actually focusing on it, like, I don't know. I don't know what FF in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, only thing I have with it is, do I have a problem with it? No. I think it could be I do think the idea of the Vex being individuals is an interesting idea. However, turning them instead of using the Vex and turning them into something that is uniquely Destiny, they did it because they need droids for their Star Wars thing. I have no doubt about it. These are droids for their Star Wars thing. That's why they did it. Instead of doing their own creative angle to the whole thing, they basically... They could, I don't know. I said... the thing is, I don't trust them to handle it right either. Because they're so creatively just broken at this point. And the thing is, okay, I mean, that's a cool idea. I've never heard of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure except seeing the game case at some point. The thing is, we know for a fact, I can tell you that these people the writers don't even play Destiny. How are you writing Destiny and you don't even play? I mean, that's the other thing. I feel like it's basically their version of, as I said, I could be wrong. Maybe they are going to handle it creatively, but at this point, I don't trust Bungie to do anything because they are incapable of doing anything at this point. Especially these writers. I don't trust them. I don't trust them with anything. All of the best stuff is in the Eververse. I think I'm stuck. Never mind. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it feels, I don't know. I feel like this would have been so much better if they made it Destiny. But they need to hire people who play and you know, the right type of people. And yes, I'm gonna say it, enough with the women. Are there women? Apparently one of the writers, I think, on Destiny Rising is a woman. But that's well done. Okay, so I'm not saying there aren't good women writers and there aren't women who can't write Destiny, but the majority of the people writing should be sci-fi people. And guys, I'm not, no, you know, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Saying facts is not a reason to apologize. I'm not sorry. Stop hiring women for the sake of hiring women. Okay, you are hiring women to write Destiny 2 because they're women. Okay? Stop doing that. Stop. Hire people with the right skills for Destiny. That's it. Not because they're women. Okay? But I don't know. I'm still waiting for Anyway, has anybody been playing? So everything I've been hearing about Borderlands 4 is a yes, like the women who make Full Metal Alchemist. Again, I'm not saying, because I know people do not get angry with me about this. And they're calling me all kinds of names. I'm not saying women can't write Destiny 2. I am saying, however, that most women can't. and that you need to hire people based on merit and skill and whether they are qualified to write Destiny 2. You do not hire a woman whose specialty is tragic love stories for Destiny 2, whose hobbies are baking and knitting and not, oh, I don't know, playing video games. Probably, yes. I don't know. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think so. I'm not sure when she started at Bungie. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she or another female president, because not a single, let me tell you something. Hey, Mr. Dystopian. Yes. No, I agree with you, Jason. The playing video games should be the main hobby of people who build video games. Even if you're writing video games, you should play it. Playing it gives you a different way of looking at the story, and writing a story, then but, like, I have not met a single guy, other than one who, when I told him he came across, when I thought he was a female, turns out I was wrong. So I'm like, oh, so you're a soy boy? He's like, no, I'm a non-binary femboy. I'm like, okay, you're a soy boy. That's it. Was the only one who liked the teacup scene. 99% of the people I have come across have not liked the stupid teacup scene. I have yet to come across an actual person playing Destiny 2 who likes Osiris and Saint 14. Nobody liked it. And you, congratulations, Bungie. You redid that with, you didn't learn anything.
Honestly, I feel like it is. Edric isn't all that. It's just easy to perceive everyone as your friend.
But I don't know. I said we live in they are in denial of who their audience is. Like I said with the whole thing with you need to be aware that half your audience voted for Trump, but you seem intent on insulting half your audience without a problem. Yeah, because you don't care. You have this. We live where it's like you shouldn't even be. It's like I shouldn't even be like I'm sorry to tell you this. It's like no, this is reality. This is a fact. Stop pretending it isn't a fact. Stop pretending that the majority of the player base of Destiny 2 aren't straight men, because it is. Though apparently, I'm not even going to talk about Dado. I found out some things about Dado that makes me go, what happened to Dado? But, I don't know.
That did the trick. They only ever played this music into the cells one time. It must not have had the desired effect. Music disgusting.
Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, as I was gonna make a video reacting to the Star Wars Renegades thing. I'm just But the problem is, but the thing is, it's not gonna happen, right? And the problem is, people aren't even gonna stick to it. Like, okay, Ghost of Yotai definitely is gonna get hit. Is it going to get as much as we want? Probably not, but it's going to get hit. Let me ask you this. Destiny 2. One of the biggest frustrations I have, I am not happy with Renegades. I absolutely, 100%. But, Min Min? You me. Me. Do you think it's gonna hit them at all? Min Min? Yeah, Min Min? What's the matter, Min Min? What, Min Min? What is it, Minnie? Come on. I know. You're such a cutie. Really? Hmm? Really? Hmm? 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 Come here. Meow. All right. Do they really think, in all honesty, like, just pause a moment, okay? Do they really think, in all serious honesty, right, that somehow, okay, like, Bungie's gonna survive this? Does Bungie really think what they are doing is a good idea? Hi, Min Min. Hi. Here we go. Really? So you come here screaming, but then you disappear. No, I want you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hmm? What time is it? I just hope the thing is, okay, right? Of all the properties that have gotten absolutely decimated by the insane woke mind virus, the worst of them for me is Destiny 2. And honestly, and that may be the best thing is, I don't think Sony's going to completely shut them down. I think they're going to release games with the name of Bungie, but there's not going to be a Bungie left. I'll admit, well, so up until, let me say, up until, I'll say this, okay? Up until Renegades was released, I had never seen such negativity. Now, I see negativity about Ashen Iron because that thing is broken as hell. Bravo. I'm impressed that you... Like, seriously, at least with Destiny 1, when things were broken, right? Things were broken at one point, right? What did they do? They came out with the Taken King, which was smart. Taken King was great, right? Taken King. They knew they were going to fail. What did they do? They came out with something... Like, they went above and beyond. Okay? Okay? The game is in the worst place. How do you release Ashen Iron broken after Edge of Fate failing as monumentally, and the yes men, right? The people who are defending this blow my mind. They are hilariously predictable. Like, I normally don't post on X against them because I know the moment. Look, let me just be clear. When I respond to Bungie's posts, I expect people to go absolutely out of their mind. First of all, the majority of the people responding to Bungie now are so negative, right? But then you get the people defending it. So, but the defenses are always the same thing. How can you expect an 11-year-old game to function? Well, first of all, technically Destiny 2 is not 11 years old. Okay? Destiny 2 is not 11 years old. The franchise is, but they're like, how can you expect an 11-year-old game to not have a smaller audience? Okay, well, while it's not at their top, but, Warframe is older than Destiny, and while a lot of people are unhappy with WoW, it still gets a decent player base. Final Fantasy 14, that's just to name a few. There's a whole bunch of games out there which are much older than Destiny 2 and Destiny that bring in players. But, okay, yeah, it's an old franchise. Why is it surviving? Yeah, if you had done it well, you could have brought people back into Destiny 2. I'm one of those people who wanted more Destiny after Final Shape, okay? I wasn't one of those people who wanted to leave after Final Shape. I even bought Edge of Fate. I haven't been able to finish the campaign, all right? I absolutely hate this campaign. And it isn't because the story is bad. Though, I'm really not interested in... And it's not in the best place because of the last expansion. My understanding, up until that expansion, it was doing very, very well. It's because of the newest expansion that they're having a lot of issue. But up until that, my understanding is up until that expansion, they were doing very well. I mean, at one point, everyone was moving over there after issues with WoW, I believe. Hey, Mario, what's up? So... But it's still not like as... But... Min, what are you doing? But yeah, the other one is always, they're telling me the numbers aren't that bad. Oh, it reached up to 50,000. Yeah, but the problem is, okay, you're not comparing it to... What?
When are you gonna go?
Hmm?
Are you want to go for lunch today?
Yeah. All right, I gotta get